It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. Seneca. What if I told you that being a nice guy isn't actually the secret to winning respect and attraction from women? In fact, it might be doing you more harm than good. We've all been taught that kindness and agreeing with everything is the way to a woman's heart. But what if the real power lies in something deeper, quieter, and far more commanding? What if embodying Stoic principles, calmness, self-control, and unshakable confidence is what truly earns her respect? In today's video, we're diving into the brutal truth about why women respect Stoic men more than nice guys. This isn't about being cold or distant. It's about mastering yourself and your emotions, standing firm even when the world tests you, and becoming the kind of man who naturally commands respect without begging for it. Stick around until the very end, because these insights could completely change the way you approach relationships and self-worth. And trust me, you don't want to miss a single second of it. Ready to unlock the mindset that sets Stoic men apart? Let's get started. Number 1. Stoic men maintain emotional control and confidence. Here's the brutal truth you need to hear. Women respect Stoic men more than nice guys because Stoic men bring something rare and powerful to the table: emotional control and unwavering confidence. This isn't about being cold or distant. It's about owning your inner world so fully that you don't get tossed around by every little wave of emotion or external circumstance. Imagine for a moment what it would feel like to stand firm no matter what chaos is swirling around you, to remain calm when others lose their heads. That's the kind of strength that draws respect, not just from women but from everyone around you. Said it best: you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. This isn't just a feel-good idea, it's a call to action. You have the power to control your emotions. And with that, you can radiate confidence that isn't fake or forced but real and magnetic. So what does it mean to maintain emotional control? It means you stop being a slave to every frustration, every insult, every slight that comes your way. It means when someone throws a curveball, you don't snap or crumble. You respond with calmness and clarity. You see, most nice guys are reactive. They're constantly trying to please, get approval, or avoid conflict because they fear rejection or discomfort. That desperation is obvious. It seeps through their words and actions, making them less attractive. You're different. You know that true confidence isn't about being loud or always agreeing. It's about holding your ground without arrogance or defensiveness. It's a quiet power that says, "I know who I am. I am not shaken easily." That confidence creates a magnetic field around you. Women pick up on it instinctively. Here's a practical step to start cultivating this in yourself today. Practice what the Stoics call the pause. When you feel a strong emotional reaction, anger, jealousy, insecurity, don't dive right into it. Stop. Take a breath, count to 5, ask yourself, is this thought true? Is it helpful? What's the bigger picture? This moment of pause gives you the space to choose your response rather than be controlled by your impulses. It's not easy at first. Your mind will want to jump back into reactive mode. But keep practicing. Over time, this habit rewires your brain. You'll notice a shift where you respond calmly in situations that would have triggered you before. This calmness breeds confidence because you realize you're not at the mercy of your feelings. You are the master of them. Confidence rooted in emotional control isn't about pretending you're perfect or never feeling doubt. Even the greatest Stoics wrestled with their thoughts and fears. What matters is how you handle those moments. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This means when you stumble, don't beat yourself up. Instead, examine what you learned, adjust, keep moving forward. This mindset of progress over perfection is what separates Stoic men from nice guys. You're not chasing validation, you're building self-respect. And guess what? Self-respect is infinitely more attractive than trying to be liked by everyone. Another practical exercise is journaling. Spend a few minutes each day writing down your emotional triggers and how you handled them. Be honest. Did you react impulsively? Did you stay calm? Reflecting like this trains your mind to spot patterns and gives you a roadmap to improve. Plus, it's a powerful way to remind yourself that you're actively working on becoming the kind of man who doesn't crumble under pressure. Here's the challenge for you. Start seeing every emotional test as an opportunity to grow your Stoic strength. The moment you feel those familiar urges to panic, get defensive, or seek approval, stop. Breathe. Reflect. Choose your response. This isn't just about getting women to respect you, it's about reclaiming your own power and peace of mind. When you master this, respect naturally follows. You become the man who doesn't just talk about confidence but lives it quietly and powerfully every single day. Remember, as said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. The obstacles you face, the emotional triggers, the moments when you feel like falling apart, they're not your enemies. They're the very tools you need to build real confidence and emotional control. You have everything you need inside you. Now it's time to take action. Start today, be stoic, be strong, and watch how respect flows your way effortlessly. Number 2, they focus on self-improvement rather than seeking approval. Here's the thing you need to grasp deeply. Women don't respect men simply because they're nice. That label "nice guy" often comes loaded with desperate attempts to win approval, to be liked, to avoid conflict at all costs. It's exhausting, and more importantly, it's unappealing because it signals a lack of inner strength. Now contrast that with the Stoic man, the one who is locked in on self-improvement and mastery over himself. The difference isn't subtle. It's fundamental. When you shift your focus from seeking external validation to hunting your own character, everything changes. Your energy shifts, your presence deepens, and women respect that on a level that no amount of being nice can ever touch. You have to understand, seeking approval is like chasing a mirage. It never truly satisfies, and it always leaves you vulnerable. It's a mindset rooted in scarcity, the fear that if you're not constantly pleasing, you'll be rejected or abandoned. But here, what Stoicism teaches, your worth is not up for negotiation. Reminded himself daily, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. That means your actions aren't dictated by others' expectations, but by your own principles. When you focus on improving yourself, your discipline, your mindset, your habits, you become a man who stands on his own foundation. This is magnetic. It radiates a quiet confidence because it's built on something real, not a facade crafted to please. So how do you put this into practice? Start by identifying one area of your life that you want to improve, not because it will get you approval, but because it will make you stronger. It could be your physical fitness, your emotional resilience, your ability to manage stress, or even your communication skills. Whatever it is, commit to working on it every day, even if only a little. Don't do it for anyone else's approval. Do it for yourself. Create a daily ritual that reminds you why you're doing this. Maybe you write down a personal mantra in the morning or reflect on a Stoic quote before bed. The goal here is to anchor your growth in your own values. Another practical move is to practice detachment from outcomes. When you're focused on self-improvement, you'll naturally face setbacks or moments when progress feels slow. That's part of the journey. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." You have the power to control your attitude. When you stop measuring your worth by others, reactions, or external rewards, you free yourself to keep pushing forward regardless. This freedom from the need for approval is deeply attractive. It means you're not needy, not desperate. You're a man who knows his own path and walks it steadily. A key exercise here is journaling. Each evening, reflect on your day with these questions. Did I focus on my own growth today? Did I act in alignment with my values? Did I resist the urge to seek validation from others? Writing this down not only keeps you accountable but also rewires your brain to prioritize self-respect over external praise. Over time, you'll notice your mindset shifting. Your motivation will come from within, and that inner fire is irresistible. You might wonder why women respond more to this kind of man. The answer lies in authenticity and strength. Women respect men who are anchored, who don't bend to every whim or mood because they are secure in themselves. When you chase approval, you're basically telling the world you don't trust your own values, and that's a shaky foundation for any relationship. But when you're committed to growth for its own sake, you send a clear message. You're reliable, resilient, and real. And that's power. That's an attraction. So take this moment to challenge your habits. Stop measuring your worth by likes, compliments, or approval. Start measuring it by how well you live your values, how consistently you show up for yourself, and how much you grow daily. The Stoics understood this centuries ago, and it's as relevant now as ever. Do you want respect? Earn it from yourself first. Become a man who is obsessed with self-improvement, not validation. When you do, the respect and desire you seek won't just appear. They'll become an inevitable side effect of the man you've become. Number 3, Stoics embrace challenges without complaining. You want to understand why women respect Stoic men far more than the so-called nice guys. And one of the biggest reasons boils down to how Stoics face challenges, without whining, complaining, or acting like life is unfair. It's not just about enduring hardship. It's about embracing it, owning it, and showing strength through it. Complaining is easy, right? It's the default reaction when things don't go your way. But when you complain, you're basically telling the world that you're a victim of circumstances beyond your control. That's not attractive. Women sense that weakness immediately because complaining is a form of giving up before the battle even starts. Stoics don't do that. Said it plainly, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This means every obstacle is an opportunity, not a reason to groan or throw in the towel. When you embody this mindset, you radiate power and calm, and that's magnetic. Now here, where it gets practical for you. The next time you hit a snag, a difficulty, or anything that might make you want to grumble or vent, pause. Instead of complaining, shift your perspective. Ask yourself, what is this challenge trying to teach me? How can I grow stronger because of it? This mental pivot isn't easy at first. No one is born thinking like a Stoic, but it's a muscle you can develop just like any other. Try a simple daily habit. When something annoying or tough happens, write down how you can view it as a stepping stone instead of a stumbling block. Doing this repeatedly rewires your brain to look for growth, not excuses. Women don't just respect the guy who faces trouble, they respect the one who doesn't make a scene about it. Stoics hold their composure because they've trained themselves to accept reality without resistance. Epictetus, one of the greatest Stoic teachers, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." That reaction, your response, is what sets you apart. When you meet life's curveballs with steady calm and no drama, you're demonstrating mastery over yourself and your emotions. And mastery is sexy. It signals that you're someone who won't crumble under pressure, someone who can be relied upon when times get tough. Here's a practical exercise for that. When you feel the urge to complain, instead take 3 slow, deliberate breaths. Use that moment to center yourself. Then speak or act with intention. Even if things suck, you can choose not to amplify the negativity by complaining. It's a powerful form of self-discipline that women instinctively admire because it means you're not a hostage to your feelings. You're the captain of your ship. You control the weather inside, even if the seas outside are stormy. It's also important to recognize that embracing challenges without complaining doesn't mean you suppress your feelings or pretend everything is perfect. The Stoics weren't about denial. They were about acknowledgement and action. Feel the frustration or disappointment, yes, but don't dwell there. Channel that energy into doing something constructive. Think of your obstacles as raw material to craft a stronger version of yourself. When you do this consistently, you become the kind of man who women respect deeply, not because you're perfect, but because you're real and resilient. So what's holding you back? Are you ready to step out of the victim mentality and start owning your challenges like a Stoic? Start small. Next time something tests your patience, don't complain. Instead, ask yourself how this moment can make you better. Practice breathing, reflecting, and responding intentionally. Also said, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice. Your revenge against life's difficulties is to rise above complaining and become calm in the storm. When you make this shift, you don't just attract respect from women, you attract respect from yourself. That's the real power. Complaining is cheap, strength is earned. So build that strength, show up every day, and watch how your life and your relationships transform. This is not just advice, it's a call to action. The question is, will you answer it? Number 4, they set clear boundaries and respect themselves. You need to understand this. Women respect men who set clear boundaries and respect themselves far more than those who just try to be nice all the time. It's a brutal truth, but it's one worth facing if you want to step up your game and be someone who naturally commands respect. Being a Stoic man means you know where you stand, and you don't let others push you around or take advantage of your kindness. That's a completely different energy from the so-called nice guy who bends over backward, often losing himself in the process, hoping that pleasing everyone will earn him respect or affection. Spoiler, it won't. You want respect. You have to give it to yourself first. Here's the deal. You can't respect others if you don't respect your own time, energy, and values. Setting boundaries is your way of telling the world, and more importantly yourself, what's acceptable and what's not. It's like building a fence around your inner world to keep out what drains you and invite in what fuels your growth. The Stoics emphasized control over what's within your power. Epictetus said, "Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens." Your boundaries are part of that power. When you protect your mind, your peace, and your principles, you're practicing the art of self-respect. This sends a silent but loud message to everyone around you, including women. You're not just anyone's doormat, you're a man who knows his worth. Now I want you to start seeing boundaries not as walls, but as a framework for freedom. Boundaries don't shut people out. They create space for authentic connections. When you say no to something that doesn't align with your values or that drains your energy, you free yourself up to say yes to things that matter. This is not about being rigid or harsh. It's about being clear and consistent. Reminded us, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. When your thoughts and actions are consistent, you become a steady force that people respect. Not because you're controlling or unyielding, but because you're reliable and true to yourself. Here's a practical habit to develop. Every day, ask yourself, what are my non-negotiables? These are the things you won't compromise on no matter what. It could be how you expect to be treated, how you spend your time, or the values you live by. Write them down. Reflect on them. Then practice communicating them calmly and firmly. When you feel the impulse to agree to something just to avoid conflict or gain approval, pause and check in with your list. This tiny act builds massive self-respect over time. Remember, boundaries are not about controlling others. They're about controlling your own life. Also, realize that respect for yourself comes with the courage to face discomfort. Saying no isn't always easy. You might worry about disappointing others or missing out. That's normal, but growth happens outside your comfort zone. Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." Every time you hold your ground, you're training your mind to be stronger, more resilient, and more focused on what truly matters. This mental muscle is magnetic. Women sense when a man isn't afraid to stand up for himself. That confidence, rooted in respect and clear boundaries, is far more attractive than any superficial niceness. Let's not forget, boundaries help you avoid resentment too. When you constantly say yes to please others but sacrifice your own needs, resentment builds silently, eating away at your peace and relationships. But when you respect yourself enough to set limits, you preserve your energy and emotional balance. This balance translates into calmness and presence, qualities women deeply respect because they feel safe and valued around a man who is in control of himself. So here's your challenge: start small. Identify one area where you tend to give in or overextend yourself. It could be with friends, family, work, or dating. Practice saying no in a respectful, clear way. Notice how it feels. Notice how your energy shifts. Then repeat this in different situations. Over time, it becomes a habit and your self-respect skyrockets. The Stoics teach that true power is within you, not in others' approval. Live that truth daily. Stand firm. Respect yourself first and watch how respect follows naturally. Because when you do, you don't just get respect, you become a man worth respecting. Number 5. Stoic men exhibit genuine strength, not passive niceness. Listen, there's a world of difference between being a stoic man and just playing the part of the nice guy. Too many guys mistake being nice for being strong, but the truth: women respect genuine strength far more than passive, people-pleasing niceness. Niceness can feel weak, uncertain, or even desperate because it often stems from a place of needing approval. Stoic men, on the other hand, show a kind of strength that's quiet but unmistakable. It's rooted in control, self-awareness, and an unshakable inner foundation. Didn't say, "Be liked by everyone," he said. "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." That's the difference: action over empty words, substance over surface charm. You have to understand that being genuinely strong doesn't mean bulldozing everyone with ego or dominance. It means mastering yourself first. When you control your emotions, when you're steady even when the world throws curveballs, you become someone who naturally commands respect. Women sense that strength instinctively. It's not about grand gestures or telling people what you think they want to hear. It's about showing up with integrity, standing firm in your values, and not bending under pressure. That kind of strength is magnetic because it signals safety, reliability, and authenticity, qualities that run deeper than any superficial niceness. Here's the brutal truth: being nice for the sake of being liked often leads to being overlooked or taken for granted. When you avoid conflict or say yes to everything just to keep the peace, you lose yourself in the process. You become a shadow, not a man with a backbone. But Stoicism teaches you that real power comes from within, not from how much you please others. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." If you want women to respect you, start by respecting yourself. That means setting boundaries, speaking your truth calmly, and not compromising your values just to avoid discomfort. You can start building this kind of strength today by practicing radical self-discipline. It's not about punishing yourself, but about training your mind to respond rather than react. Next time you feel triggered, whether it's irritation, anxiety, or the urge to seek approval, pause. Take a breath. Remind yourself that your worth doesn't depend on external validation. This is hard at first because it requires you to sit with discomfort instead of running from it. But every time you do, you reinforce your internal power. Over time, that power grows and you become a man who doesn't need to prove himself by being nice all the time. You simply are. Another practical move is to cultivate emotional resilience by reflecting daily on your responses. Ask yourself, where did I show strength today? Where did I cave to being overly agreeable? Write it down. This simple habit builds awareness and accountability. Journaled his thoughts every day, sharpening his mind like a sword. You can do the same. Awareness is your first step toward transformation. When you see where you fall short, you can correct course and step closer to the kind of genuine strength that commands respect without begging for it. Finally, remember that strength without kindness is cold, but kindness without strength is weak. The Stoic man blends both effortlessly. He is firm yet compassionate. He listens deeply but doesn't lose himself in others' emotions. You can practice this balance by tuning into your feelings and others without letting them control you. When someone challenges you or tests your limits, meet it with calmness and clear boundaries. This shows you care, but you're not a doormat. That's the sweet spot women are drawn to. A man who is both unshakable and approachable. So take this in. Stop confusing passive niceness with real strength. Build your inner fortress by mastering your mind, speaking your truth, and standing firm in your values. You don't have to shout or perform to be respected. Just be a man who owns himself fully, calmly, and courageously. Stoicism isn't about being cold. It's about being powerfully present and authentically strong. And that, above all, is what women respect. Now, go live it. So there you have it. The brutal truth about why women respect Stoic men more than the so-called nice guys. It's not about pretending to be cold or uncaring. It's about mastering yourself, staying grounded, and showing strength through calm confidence. If you've ever felt frustrated trying to win someone over by just being nice, this video just flipped the script for you. Remember, respect isn't given. It's earned through resilience, integrity, and emotional mastery. If you found this eye-opening, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and don't forget to subscribe for more no-nonsense truths that will help you level up in life and relationships. Until next time, stay strong, stay steady, and keep mastering the art of being truly respected. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. What if I told you that all the effort you put into impressing women, your gifts, your grand gestures, your endless chasing, actually doesn't matter as much as you think? That women aren't really loyal to what you do for them, but to something far deeper, something invisible yet powerful. Imagine shifting your entire approach and mindset based on this truth, unlocking a magnetic confidence that no superficial action can ever buy. This isn't about playing games or tricks. It's about understanding the fundamental nature of loyalty from a Stoic perspective. It's about realigning your energy and presence to what truly holds value in the female gaze. If you want to stop exhausting yourself on the wrong things and start embodying a calm, steady power that commands genuine loyalty, this video is for you. Stay with me till the very end, because the key insight I'm about to share will change how you see relationships forever. It will teach you what women actually respond to and how to become the man who naturally earns unwavering loyalty, not through what you do, but through who you are. Number 1, women are loyal to the energy and respect you consistently show, not material things. What we do now echoes in eternity. Wasn't just talking about grand gestures or monumental achievements. He was pointing to the power of consistent energy, how what you put out every single day shapes your world and the people in it. When it comes to women, loyalty doesn't hinge on the fancy things you bring to the table. It's the energy you consistently give, the respect you unwaveringly show, that builds something lasting. You need to understand this deeply, because it's easy to get caught chasing the wrong markers, wealth, status, possessions, and miss the essence of real connection. Women don't stay loyal to what you do for them, but rather to who you are over time. That means your presence, your attitude, your calm confidence, and the way you treat her and others. This isn't about sporadic kindness or surface-level charm. It's about embodying respect and steady energy in every interaction. Stoicism teaches us that external things, gifts, money, status, are indifferent. They don't define your character or worth. What matters is your virtue, your integrity, your control over your own mind and behavior. When you show respect and energy that is rooted in your principles, it resonates. It doesn't just impress, it creates trust. Start by looking inward. Are you consistent in your energy? Do you bring calmness, assurance, and respect to the moments you share? Or does your attitude shift like the wind, sometimes attentive and warm, other times distracted and cold? You must build a steady inner foundation because women are wired to pick up on authenticity, not the flash of gifts or grand promises. Imagine your energy as a steady flame, not a flickering candle. That flame is your respect for yourself and others, your calm resilience, your willingness to listen and show up without demand. If you cultivate this flame, it naturally draws loyalty. Here's a practical exercise you can do. Each day, pause for a moment and ask yourself, what kind of energy am I bringing to those I care about? Do this before interactions. Remind yourself that respect isn't a favor, it's a baseline. Practice small actions that reflect this respect. Attentive listening, holding eye contact, speaking with calm clarity, and following through on your word. Over time, this consistent energy forms a pattern that becomes unmistakable. Epictetus said, "Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens." What's in your power is your attitude and your energy. Material things are not in your control in the same way, they can come and go. But your respect and your energy, your virtue, are always yours to manage. When you take responsibility for these, you stop chasing approval through external validation and start creating loyalty that stands the test of time. Another powerful habit is to reflect each evening. Ask yourself, did I show respect today? Was my energy steady, or did I let frustration or impatience take over? Be honest with yourself. This reflection isn't about beating yourself up, it's about awareness. And awareness is the first step toward improvement. The Stoics remind us that control lies not in the events themselves, but in how we respond to them. So choose to respond with calm strength and respect, regardless of the chaos around you. Remember, this is a journey, not a quick fix. Loyalty isn't bought, it's earned in the quiet, consistent moments. So commit to this practice of steady energy and genuine respect, not for show, but because it aligns with who you want to be. This is the real power that commands loyalty. This is what lasts beyond fleeting material gifts and superficial gestures. This is the Stoic way. You've got the power to change your approach starting today. No need to scramble for fancy presents or grand displays. Focus on cultivating your energy, respect, and presence. Show up with virtue and watch how loyalty grows, not because you bought it, but because you embody it. That's where real connection begins. Number 2, true loyalty comes from genuine character, not actions or favors. Imagine this. You're putting effort into doing things for someone, favors, gifts, constant help, thinking that these actions will build loyalty, win trust, or create an unbreakable bond. But here's the Stoic truth that flips the whole idea on its head. Loyalty doesn't come from what you do for others. It comes from who you are, from your genuine character. Said, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. That's the core. No favor, no gesture, no deed can replace the weight of authentic character. You must understand that loyalty is not a transactional currency. It's not something you earn by handing out tokens or by being useful on demand. Instead, it's rooted in consistency, integrity, and authenticity, qualities that reflect your inner self and stand firm regardless of external circumstances. When you live with genuine character, you create a magnetic force that draws people closer, not because you bought their favor, but because you embody trustworthiness. This kind of loyalty withstands the tests of time, hardship, and change. It's unshakable because it's based on who you truly are, not what you do. Now, this might sound challenging because it demands a shift in mindset. It asks you to stop chasing external validation through actions and instead focus on building a solid foundation within yourself. Epictetus reminds us, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. You must commit to being a person of principle, honor, and calm confidence. When you cultivate this inside, the loyalty you receive is no longer conditional or superficial. It becomes an unspoken bond, a quiet promise rooted in respect and mutual understanding. Start by examining your own values and behavior. Are you consistent in your words and actions? Do you stand firm in your principles even when it's inconvenient or when no one is watching? True character is forged in those moments of silence and solitude when you decide what kind of man you want to be. Practice being present and aware of your reactions, especially in situations that test your patience or honesty. The more you align your daily behavior with your deepest values, the stronger your genuine character becomes, and with it, the loyalty others feel toward you. One practical exercise is to spend a few minutes every day reflecting on your actions through the lens of your character. Ask yourself, did I act with integrity today? Was I true to myself, or was I performing for approval? This simple self-check forces you to live intentionally rather than. Over time, this practice sharpens your sense of self and builds the authenticity that others instinctively recognize and respect. Another important point is that loyalty born from genuine character isn't about perfection. It's about growth and resilience. You don't need to be flawless. You need to be real. Embrace your imperfections but commit to improving. This humility combined with steadfastness creates a presence that commands loyalty without effort. It's the quiet strength that makes you reliable in the eyes of others, even when circumstances get tough. Remember, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, our choices, our character, and let go of external outcomes. Loyalty isn't in your hands to demand or manufacture, but your character is something you can shape every single day. So don't waste your energy trying to buy loyalty with actions or favors. Instead, channel that energy into becoming the kind of man whose presence alone inspires loyalty. That's where true power lies. The more you internalize this, the more you'll see how loyalty follows naturally. Not because you did something, but because you are someone. The choice is yours. Will you chase fleeting approval, or will you build a character so genuine and strong that loyalty becomes an inevitable reflection of your being? Choose to be the man describes, a man worthy of unwavering loyalty because he is fundamentally true to himself and others. Number 3, stoic calmness and emotional strength attract deeper loyalty than grand gestures. Imagine for a moment what it means to be truly unshakable. Not flashy, not loud, but quietly steady, like a rock in the storm. This is the essence of stoic calmness, and it's a magnet for a loyalty that no grand gesture can buy. You see, when you lean on emotional strength, that inner fortress that no outside chaos can topple, you send a message far louder than any elaborate display of affection or show of wealth ever could. Women, yes, women, are drawn to that unwavering presence because it signals something deeper, something real. They don't just want what you can do for them. They want who you are when nothing is being asked of you. And that is loyalty born not from fleeting favors but from genuine respect and trust. Said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. This power you hold, the calm in your storm, the steady breath when others panic, is what makes you a pillar. You become the kind of man who doesn't just react to life but masters it. And here's the truth. Loyalty isn't about gifts or grand romantic acts. It's about reliability in the face of adversity. It's about the way you hold yourself when everything around you threatens to fall apart. Women see this, they feel it, and in their eyes it's worth more than 1,000 compliments or gifts. Now you might think, how do I build this calm, this emotional strength? It's not about pretending to be perfect or masking your feelings. Stoicism teaches you to accept what you cannot control and to focus on your response. So start small. When something tries to unsettle you, pause, breathe deeply. Remind yourself, this moment doesn't control me. This simple exercise is a practice, a muscle you train. Over time, you'll notice the difference. Your reactions become measured, your presence more composed. People, especially women, will naturally gravitate toward that. The next time you feel overwhelmed, instead of rushing to impress or fix everything, practice stillness. Let your calm speak louder than any words, because when you do, you're showing the highest form of strength, emotional resilience. You're embodying Epictetus's wisdom. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This is magnetic. It draws people in, not because you've done something for them, but because you've become a man worth trusting through thick and thin. Here's a practical way to make this real in your daily life. Each morning, set an intention to remain calm no matter what. Visualize challenges and imagine yourself responding with steady confidence. When difficult moments arise, remind yourself that your peace is your power. Don't chase approval or loyalty with flashy acts. Instead, cultivate the calm inside that naturally inspires it. This shift in mindset is your secret weapon. Remember, grand gestures are temporary. They fade like fireworks in the night sky. But calmness, emotional strength, that's your steady flame burning quietly but unbreakably. Women and people in general will see it, feel it, and stand by you because of it. You're not just offering favors, you're offering yourself. And that is loyalty that lasts a lifetime. So start today. Build that calm. Own that strength. Because this is the one thing worth being loyal to. Number 4, women value integrity and authenticity over what you can do for them. Imagine this. You're caught up in the endless chase to impress, to provide, to do more, thinking that's what earns respect, admiration, loyalty. But what if I told you that all this effort, all these gestures, don't matter as much as you think? Women, like all people grounded in their own truth, are drawn not to what you do for them, but to who you are. Authenticity and integrity are the real currency of loyalty. Said, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. That's your call, to embody that truth, not just display a list of favors. When you focus on action over essence, you risk becoming a shadow of yourself, a performance rather than a presence. Women perceive authenticity deeply, even when you don't speak. The quiet confidence that comes from being aligned with your values, from living according to your principles, speaks louder than words or deeds. It's a form of strength that doesn't bend to the whims of circumstance. Epictetus reminded us, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This means knowing your own character first, then letting everything else flow naturally from that foundation. You have to stop trying to earn loyalty by doing more and instead start embodying the qualities that naturally inspire it. This is not about grand gestures. It's about consistency in your integrity. It's showing up as a man who doesn't waver, who owns his truth calmly, who keeps promises to himself and others, who stands firm in his values even when it's tough. This steadiness builds trust and invites loyalty. Not because of what you hand over, but because of what you are at your core. To bring this into your daily life, start with small but deliberate actions. Reflect each morning on one core value you want to embody today: honesty, courage, patience. Then, when you interact with others, don't rush to impress with what you can do or give. Instead, listen attentively, speak genuinely, and act in alignment with that value. Over time, this becomes your default mode, a natural state of being that others, including women, sense and respect deeply. Try this exercise. When you catch yourself thinking about what you can do to win approval or affection, pause, take a breath and ask, am I showing who I truly am right now? If the answer isn't clear or feels forced, recalibrate. Strip away the urge to perform. Be honest with yourself about your feelings and intentions. This isn't weakness, it's courage. It's the Stoic path of aligning your inner world with your outer actions. Remember, loyalty is not a transaction. It's a relationship rooted in truth. When you live authentically, you don't have to chase loyalty. It follows naturally like a shadow. Women value a man who is genuine, who doesn't try to manipulate or impress through superficial means, but who stands firmly in his own integrity. That is what draws them in and keeps them committed. So stop investing your energy in trying to do more and start investing in being more authentic, more consistent, more aligned with your true self. That's the quiet power that resonates deeply. That's the foundation on which real loyalty is built. As put it, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Let this be your guiding light in relationships and life. When you live by this, you embody a magnetism no favor or gesture can replace. Number 5, loyalty is earned through self-mastery, not through trying to please or impress. Imagine for a moment that loyalty isn't something handed to you just because you do nice things for someone. It's not about the gifts you give, the favors you perform, or how much you try to impress. No, true loyalty, especially from someone who matters, is rooted in something far deeper. It's earned through self-mastery, through the discipline and calm confidence you cultivate within yourself. The great Stoic emperor reminds us that you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. This strength you build inside, that steady foundation of character, is what draws loyalty naturally. It can't be faked or rushed, and it certainly isn't a product of trying too hard. When you understand this, you begin to see the game differently. Instead of bending over backward trying to win approval through external actions, you shift your energy inward. You commit to mastering your impulses, your emotions, and your judgments. That means cultivating patience when things don't go your way, practicing calmness when faced with uncertainty, and developing resilience when challenges appear. These qualities, forged through consistent effort, are magnetic. They tell others that you are someone reliable, someone steady, someone worth standing by. This is the core of loyalty, not what you do for others, but who you are when no one is watching. You might feel tempted to seek shortcuts, to think that flashy gestures or constant attention will secure loyalty. But those are fleeting. They only scratch the surface. What lasts is the kind of loyalty built on respect for your inner strength, your integrity, your ability to stay grounded regardless of external circumstances. Epictetus put it bluntly, "No man is free who is not master of himself." You want loyalty? Start with mastering yourself. That's where freedom and real influence begin. So how do you start? Begin by noticing your reactions throughout the day. When you face irritation, take a breath and remind yourself that you control how you respond. When anxiety creeps in about what others might think, practice stepping back from those thoughts. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If not, why waste energy on it? These small exercises build the muscle of self-mastery. Over time, this steady control becomes second nature. You aren't tossed about by every opinion or setback. Instead, you stand firm, anchored in your values. And here's a powerful truth. The more you master yourself, the less you need to prove anything. That calm confidence radiates quietly and people notice it. It's not loud or boastful, but it speaks volumes. Women, or anyone you want loyalty from, sense that. They feel safe with someone who doesn't chase approval but commands respect through self-discipline. That feeling creates trust, and trust is the bedrock of loyalty. Try this. For 1 week, focus daily on a single area of your mind or behavior that challenges you. Maybe it's impatience, or a tendency to worry, or reacting too quickly in conversations. Each day, catch yourself slipping and gently correct your course. Write down what you observe. This practice is not about perfection, but about progress. The goal is to cultivate that inner calm and steadiness that can't be shaken by outside noise. Remember, loyalty isn't a transaction. It's the silent result of your journey inward. When you focus on mastering yourself, You're not just building a better version of you, you're creating an unshakable foundation that naturally earns the loyalty you desire. As said, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Be the man who commands loyalty not by trying to impress, but by standing firm in self-mastery. That's the Stoic way, and that's the way that lasts. Remember this: loyalty isn't bought or earned through favors or grand gestures. It's rooted in something far deeper: authenticity, respect, and unwavering character. The Stoics taught us that true strength lies in who you are, not what you do for others. So, focus on becoming the man who stands firm, calm, and true to himself. That's what commands real loyalty. If this perspective shook you, hit like and subscribe to keep sharpening your mindset the Stoic way. Drop your thoughts below. What's one way you'll embody this today? Stay steady, stay real, and watch how loyalty naturally follows. Until next time, keep walking the path of true strength. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Seneca. What if I told you that there are just two simple words, two magic words, that could instantly shift how any woman sees you? No gimmicks, no tricks, just timeless power wrapped in a phrase so subtle yet so potent that it activates attraction naturally. Imagine holding that power in your everyday conversations, effortlessly drawing interest and sparking genuine connection without trying too hard or pretending to be someone else. This isn't about manipulation. It's about mastering the Stoic art of presence, calm confidence, and authentic respect, the foundation of real magnetism. These two words unlock something deeper. They embody a mindset that women sense and respond to instinctively. Stay with me till the end of this video, because I'm going to reveal exactly what these words are, how to use them in a way that feels completely natural, and why they work on a psychological level rooted in Stoic wisdom. If you want to stop guessing and start attracting with authenticity and power, this video is your key. Don't miss it. Your next level of confidence and attraction starts right now. You complete me. There's a phrase that has echoed through countless love songs and movies. You complete me. It sounds romantic, powerful, and deeply intimate. But here's the catch. In the world of Stoicism and real, lasting connection, you complete me isn't about dependence. It's about recognition. Recognition that the right person doesn't fill a void inside you because you're already whole. Instead, they amplify what's already there, bringing out strengths, joy, and qualities you possess but maybe haven't fully realized yet. Reminds us that the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. If you believe you're incomplete without someone else, your foundation wobbles. But when you approach relationships from a place of completeness within yourself, you stand firm. You're not looking for someone to rescue you or fix you. You're inviting someone to join you in a shared journey of growth. You must first be whole before you can invite true connection. That means embracing your own worth, your own struggles, and your own victories. It means cultivating a mindset where you don't depend on her presence to feel secure or valuable. You can be independent and connected at the same time. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." So, start there. Define your completeness on your own terms. Build habits that reinforce your self-reliance, whether it's through daily reflection, discipline in your routines, or facing challenges head-on without backing down. The goal is to arrive at a place where your happiness doesn't hinge on her, but where her presence adds a new layer to the life you already love. When you truly embody this, You Complete Me transforms from a desperate plea to a powerful acknowledgement. It becomes a statement of mutual enrichment. You recognize her strengths, her presence, and how she naturally complements your own qualities. It's not about filling gaps, but about celebrating synergy. This is the kind of energy that women instinctively feel and appreciate. It's magnetic because it signals you're not needy or desperate. You're confident, balanced, and ready to build something real, not a patchwork relationship built on lack, but a partnership rooted in abundance. So how do you practice this? Begin by looking inward daily. Ask yourself, am I whole on my own? What parts of myself do I neglect? Where do I rely too much on others for validation? This reflection isn't a judgment, it's a compass guiding you to greater self-awareness. Then take concrete actions to nurture your independence and growth. Maybe it's journaling your values, setting personal goals, or dedicating time to hobbies that fulfill you. Whatever it is, commit to it. The discipline of self-mastery is at the heart of Stoicism, and it's your greatest ally in becoming complete. Another practical step is to pay attention to how you speak about relationships. Avoid language that implies you need someone else to be finished. Replace it with phrases that celebrate partnership without dependence. We grow together. We inspire each other. Together, we bring out the best. This subtle shift changes your mindset and the way you show up in relationships. The truth is, when you are whole, you radiate a quiet strength that draws people in. It's not loud or boastful, but calm and sure. Women notice that because it's rare. Many men seek connection from a place of need, but you have the chance to be different, to stand tall, knowing your completeness is your gift, and your invitation for someone equally strong to join you. Remember Seneca's words, associate with people who are likely to improve you. That means choosing relationships that build on your wholeness, not erode it. When you live from that space, "You complete me" is no longer just a phrase. It's a truth lived every day, a secret Stoic power that makes you irresistible, not because you need her, but because you choose her as a worthy companion on your already rich journey. Now that you know these two magic words, it's time to put them into action. Remember, attraction isn't some random trick. It's about the energy you carry, the calm confidence you embody, and the way you show up every single day. Master these words, master yourself, and watch how effortlessly women start to notice you. If you want more powerful Stoic secrets to elevate your presence and mindset, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because the journey to becoming the man women truly respect and desire is just getting started. Stay grounded, stay calm, and above all, stay true to the Stoic way. See you in the next video. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Epictetus. What if I told you that attracting any woman you desire isn't about flashy lines, expensive gifts, or trying to be someone you're not? Imagine unlocking a secret so simple, yet so powerful, that just 4 words can change the way you connect, communicate, and command respect, without chasing or pretending. Sounds impossible. That's exactly what Stoic wisdom teaches us. Mastery over self is mastery over others. In this video, you'll discover the 4 magic words inspired by the timeless principles of Stoicism, designed to transform your approach to attraction. These words aren't just a trick. They're a mindset shift that taps into deep psychological truths and will elevate your presence in ways you never thought possible. Stay with me till the very end, because the last insight will completely redefine your understanding of attraction and give you the ultimate edge. Whether you're struggling to make a connection or just want to deepen your influence, this is your chance to learn the Stoic secrets that make attraction effortless. Ready to unlock your power? Let's dive in. I love your smile. There's something incredibly powerful about those simple words. I love your smile. It's easy to overlook how much weight they carry when said sincerely. But think about it. Smiles are one of the most genuine human expressions of joy, warmth, and connection. When you tell a woman you love her smile, you're not just commenting on a physical feature. You're acknowledging something deeper, something that lights her up from within. It's a moment of genuine appreciation, and that authenticity hits harder than any fancy line or rehearsed compliment ever could. You might wonder why these 4 words hold such magnetic power. The Stoics understood this on a profound level. Seneca taught us that the key to meaningful interaction lies in truth and simplicity. When you genuinely appreciate something about another person and express it without artifice or exaggeration, you create a bridge between your inner world and theirs. "I love your smile" does exactly that. It's a direct, unpretentious way to say, "I see you. I appreciate you." You bring light into this moment. That recognition feels like a balm to the soul. And when someone feels seen, truly seen, their walls come down and a real connection begins to form. But here's the catch. The effectiveness of these words hinges on your mindset. You can't say them like a script, like a sales pitch. It has to come from a place of sincere awareness and presence. That's where your own inner work as a Stoic comes in. Reminds us to approach life with gratitude and mindfulness. When you slow down and actually notice the genuine things that bring you joy, the way her smile transforms her whole face, the lightness it brings to the room, you're cultivating that presence. And that presence translates into your words naturally. Now, how do you make "I love your smile" a habit that feels natural, powerful, and true? Start by practicing mindfulness throughout your day. Notice small things that normally go overlooked, not just smiles, but moments of kindness, flashes of humor, or the way someone carries themselves. When you train yourself to see these details, complimenting becomes second nature, not forced or awkward. It's about tuning into the richness of life and letting that appreciation flow outward. Try this exercise. The next time you're with someone you're drawn to, pause for a moment and observe their smile, not just the movement of lips, but the emotion behind it. Let yourself feel why it's captivating or comforting. Then say the words, "I love your smile," with that feeling in your voice. Watch how it shifts the energy between you. You'll notice a subtle but profound change. The moment becomes lighter, more open, more real. And here, another layer. By focusing on a smile, you're steering your attention toward positivity and warmth. Stoicism encourages us to direct our thoughts toward what's good and virtuous, not dwelling on flaws or worries. Complimenting a smile is a simple way to practice this in your relationships. You're not just offering empty praise, you're highlighting something beautiful that exists right here, right now. That's a habit worth cultivating, not just to attract others, but to build a mindset that notices and values goodness wherever it appears. Remember, attraction isn't some complicated game. It's a natural outcome when you connect authentically and appreciate the light in another person. Those 4 words, "I love your smile," carry the weight of truth, kindness, and presence. Use them not as a trick, but as a genuine expression of what you see. It's an invitation to deeper connection, both with her and with yourself. So start today. Speak these words with intention. Let them be a daily reminder that real attraction begins when you are fully present, fully appreciative, and fully yourself. The Stoics show us the way. Be like the cliff against which the waves continually break, but it stands firm and tames the fury of the water around it. Stand firm in your authenticity and watch how a simple smile, and your honest appreciation of it, becomes magic. And there you have it, the 4 magic words grounded in timeless Stoic wisdom that can change the way you connect with any woman. Remember, it's not just about what you say, but the calm confidence and genuine respect behind your words that truly attract. If you found these secrets powerful, imagine what mastering them could do for every relationship in your life, romantic or otherwise. So don't just watch this once. Practice these words daily and watch your confidence soar. If you're ready for more mindset hacks and real-world strategies inspired by the Stoics, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because the best is yet to come. Thanks for watching, and remember, attraction starts with being your best self. See you in the next video.